Welcome to the channel. In this channel, I'm going to talk about Freelance Chucky and the alleged accident that took his life. I see some people online asking, where's the person that took Freelance Chucky to the hospital? They're asking the question, where was that person coming from when the so-called hit and run took place? And where were they going? These are some of the questions people want to know. This is Upside the World TV, the channel where family, friends and folks can dialogue with an open mind. Yes, the person that took Freelance Chucky would be able to help fill us in on what happened and give a better understanding of what state of mind Chucky was in when they arrived on the scene. Or maybe he and she was already on the scene and saw the whole sequence that took place. Also, being that it is said that Chucky was still alive on the way to the hospital, was he conscious of his surroundings? And did Chucky say anything in regards to what happened and who he saw? If Chucky was conscious, maybe he would have saw a man or a woman. But in this case, it's most likely a man that licked Chucky off his bike. And by the information and description of what would have been given by Chucky, it will bring a better understanding to what happened. As I said before, this Freelance Chucky situation is sketchy, and I remain one of those people who felt he was hit off the bike purposefully. Some people might ask, why would anyone want to hit Chucky off his bike? Because that is how evil people stay and work. They don't need much reason to do any harm. And for some people, it's like nothing for them to purposely put someone through physical harm without it being a case of self-defense. That person or persons who came upon Chucky in the aftermath of him being hit off his bike will give a better understanding of how far away from his bike Chucky was as a result of the collision. Did Chucky and his bike stay on the same side of the road? Or was Chucky on one side of the road while his bike was on the other side of the road after the collision? It is probably safe to guess and say that there are probably marks on Chucky's bike and marks on the hit and run vehicle. But folks would also want to know, are there any skid marks on the road at the site of the collision? As skid marks can help the investigators understand the intent of what happened. So there are questions to be asked and answers that the people who found Chucky at the site of the collision may be able to help with. The information would not be primarily for the open public per se, but more helpful to the authorities and those who are doing the investigation. But we, the people, must remain mindful that based on how Jamaica works, it is probably unfair to expect the persons who found Chucky to come forward and give an interview. So as long as the persons who found Chucky told the lawmen and lawwomen what happened and what they know, that's fine and good enough. From there, it's upon the lawmen and women to do their job diligently, objectively, and with integrity. To expect persons to come forward at this time is probably asking for too much. Maybe further down the line as the investigation gathers and more information is filled in, then that person would be more comfortable being on camera. I mean, if that person chooses to do an interview, then fine. But I don't know if anyone should be pressuring them to do an interview. Also, they might not want to be in a situation where everywhere they go in Jamaica, people are asking them what happened, having to relive a sad and traumatic situation all over again. This is where the police comes in, and they should be the one filling in the public as into what happened based on the information they pieced together from the people that were on the site and the people who came on the scene afterward. But that person who found Freelance Chucky, from what we heard, he did brought Freelance Chucky to the hospital and Chucky was still alive. So we have to give it to that person for at least trying to give the doctors an opportunity to keep Chucky alive. That's commendable, especially when I've seen situations where in Jamaica something happened to someone and they don't even seek to help the person get medical attention. They just take out their phone and start videotaping and are slow to react to help the person. Matter of fact, sometimes they start moving slower than before the incident occurred, as if they want to see the person that is injured succumb to their demise.